Hello my friends. So I have been asked a few times recently about this hairstyle that I'm wearing now, about what it is called and how to achieve it. It's a sort of 1940s rolled style. And typically you'll see it called either a Gibson roll or a Gibson tuck, or this is like a rough variation of that. And so I thought I would put together a quick little tutorial for you guys today to show you how I like to achieve this style. So for this style, you want to start with brushed hair, and it is helpful if it has a little bit of a curl. It doesn't need to have a curl. I've done this style several times with stick straight hair, and it can be done. The hair just doesn't cooperate as well, at least mine doesn't. So I've got my hair all the way brushed through, and then you're going to want to decide whether you want to keep your bangs separate or roll them into the whole style. So I'm going to keep my bangs separate, but I'm just going to show you what I would do if I was going to roll them into the whole style. So what I would do is brush them out if I was going to do that, but I'm not positive yet how I want to do my bangs today, so I'm not going to brush them out. But after brushing them out, I would take a small hair rat, or you could back comb your hair if you like to back comb your hair. This is just one that I made out of my own hair and an old hairnet. I know that a lot of people find natural hair rats to be really gross, but I personally am not grossed out by my own hair, so personal preference. So then I would put it right behind my hairline, not super far back, just so it's maybe a 1/4 of an inch behind my hairline or so. And then I would start to roll my bangs backward over the rat, sort of twisting them around it to hide the rat. And then I would continue that twist down the side of my head. And then all the way back down to about the base of my ear, and I would insert a few bobby pins to keep things secure. And like I said, you can back comb this, or you don't need to back comb it. You don't need that extra volume. I just like the slight bit of extra volume up top, which is why I use that little hair rat. So I am going to pin these out of the way for now, since I don't need my bangs at the moment. And then I'm just going to start around my temple and take my hair and twist it back, and then take a little bit more hair and twist it back, and keep doing that until I get down to about here. So it's about the base of my ear, maybe a little bit above, and then I'm going to take some bobby pins and insert them in to keep everything secure. So I like to insert them personally kind of upward. And I do prefer to hide them as much as possible. And then I'm going to put another one in going downward to crisscross with the first bobby pin, because that makes everything a little bit more secure still. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and come back. Alright, so I've got both sides done. And you can back comb this section too, maybe if you have really fine hair, or add a small hair rat if you want more volume on the sides. I personally obviously don't mind it as it is. And then I'm going to take a larger hair rat. So this is another one that I made, but not out of my own hair. This is a bun donut that I cut into a long strip, and then I actually unwound it and then rolled it up offset slightly so that the ends are tapered. and then I just hand stitched it. And so this, I'm gonna move the camera behind me so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm gonna take my rat and place it right around the base of my skull and back. I want it so that the two ends just about meet the ends of my little rolls that I put on the sides. And then I'm going to pin these two ends in place, inserting 2 bobby pins into each end, crisscrossing each other as always. And there's a good chance that these bobby pins are going to have to come out eventually, but this helps to keep it in place for now. And you do also want to make sure that your hair is smooth up top here, because after we get this pin in place, we can't brush it out anymore. Okay, now you can just, if you don't have a roll like this, you can actually try to roll your hair up without this roll and then, you know, pin it up top. I find that to be pretty difficult, but it totally can be done. But what I'm actually going to do is just tuck my hair around my rat. And it's pretty easy to do. The most difficult part is getting it to blend right here, on both sides, of course. And so I usually start with just a couple of pins crisscrossing toward the center-ish of the roll, and then I kind of try to blend outward from there. This just makes it so that I don't need to use my hands to keep the roll like up. So now I'm going to take out my bobby pins that were holding the roll in place on this end, and just kind of keep sort of tucking my hair in. And sometimes I might need to pull a little bit on the edge of the roll that I did initially on the side of my head to loosen it up a bit so that it can blend in more easily with the roll on the back. And I should mention that when I'm inserting bobby pins back here, I am catching both my hair and the hair rat to keep everything even more secure. And then you may need to smooth out the original side rolls a little bit, insert another bobby pin or two. And then I can finally turn my attention to my bangs, and I'm not sure yet what I want to do, like I said earlier. Probably just kind of arrange them in a little pile and stick some pins in. I don't have a technique for this. Usually, especially in the summertime, I get a decent amount of frizz in my hairstyles, in my updos, and while a perfectly smooth and molded and frizzless vintage hairstyle is wonderful, and I love them, I also don't mind a little bit of frizz. Okay. I think I am content with that. I'm going to double check the back one more time and then give it a light coat of hairspray and then call it good. And you can also add like hair flowers to this style. Of course,